This was the night I learned that love can kill you. My name is Aiko Tsukihara, and for a long time I believed I was living inside a dream. People told me I was beautiful. Dark hair, violet eyes, a smile that made them stop and stare. But behind the compliments, behind the shallow admiration, I was just a girl who wanted to be loved, who wanted someone to see me for more than a face. When Renji Kurohara looked at me, really looked at me, I thought I had finally found what I was searching for. Renji was different. He didn't talk much, but when he did, his voice carried weight. He wasn't loud like the others, not warm like the boys who tried too hard to impress me. He was silent, thoughtful, and somehow his silence wrapped around me like safety. He would sit beside me in the library, eyes tracing the pages but never really reading, and I would talk, filling the air with the things no one else cared to hear. He listened. That was enough for me, at least at first. I gave him everything. My trust, my secrets, the fragile parts of me no one else knew existed. I let him see me when I cried, when I doubted myself, when I wasn't the perfect girl everyone else thought I was. And when he held my hand, I felt like I wasn't just playing a role anymore. With him, I could be real. He told me once, "You are the only thing keeping me from vanishing." I smiled because I thought it meant he loved me. Now I know it meant he was already slipping away. It began with small things. His gaze lingering too long, not in love, but in calculation, the way he'd answer my questions with silence. At first, I thought it was stress, or maybe I had said something wrong. I kept asking, kept reaching, but he kept pulling further away. His touch grew colder, his smile thinner. And then came the rumors. They spread like fire through dry grass. People whispered that I was unfaithful, that I was playing with hearts, that I had betrayed him. I didn't know where it came from. I cried, begged him to help me stop it, to tell them the truth. But Renji only smiled, a soft, almost pitiful smile. "They'll believe what they want," he said. His words cut deeper than any lie. The night of the cultural festival was supposed to save me. He asked me to meet him in the old music room, the place where we had once promised forever. I remember my heart pounding, my hands trembling as I fixed my hair, telling myself this was it. This was the moment he would forgive me, hold me again, and make the world quiet. I walked in and saw him waiting, lantern light casting shadows across his face. His eyes, those red, burning eyes, watched me like I was already condemned. I reached for him. "Renji, please, The door opened. Haruto stepped in, confusion painted across his face. My childhood friend. The boy who once chased me through summer fields, who laughed too loudly and lived too brightly. He looked from me to Renji, and in that moment I realized this was no accident. Renji had brought him here. Outside, voices gathered. The whispers had turned into a crowd. They pressed against the door, eager to see me fall. Renji didn't need to shout. He didn't need to accuse me. He had already won. The lies he had spread bloomed into truth before my eyes. Haruto's face twisted with betrayal, and I reached for him, desperate. "It's not true." "Please, you know me." But doubt is poison, and Renji had already poured it into his heart. I turned to Renji, tears streaming down my face. Tell them the truth. Please." He leaned closer, his lips brushing my ear, his voice a whisper meant only for me. "Tonight, you'll feel the silence you gave me." My knees gave out. The weight of his words crushed me. The crowd saw me as guilty, and Renji didn't deny it. He just watched, calm, satisfied, while the world I had built collapsed around me. Haruto walked away. Friends turned into strangers. Teachers looked at me like I was a stain they couldn't wash away. And Renji? He smiled. That night, I lost everything. My love, my trust, my place in the world. I became a shadow, an empty seat in the classroom, a whisper of scandal people laughed about when they thought I couldn't hear. And Renji Kurohara walked among them like a savior, like the victim who had finally taken back control. But here is the truth Renji never understood. You don't kill someone by destroying their life. You kill them by leaving them with nothing but rage. For weeks, I cried until my body ached. I begged for answers that would never come. I wanted to disappear. But then something inside me shifted. I stopped crying. I stopped begging. The tears dried into something harder, sharper. The girl who loved Renji died in that music room, but something else was born in her place. I began to plan, the same way he had planned against me. Every look, every word, every secret he thought he still controlled. I gathered them all. I smiled when I saw him, pretended to be broken, pretended he had won. But inside, I was building something darker. Revenge. Not the quiet kind. Not whispers and rumors. Number. Mine would be louder, crueler, final. Renji thought silence was power, but silence is only the beginning of a scream. And when the time comes, when my hands are steady and my heart is cold, I will give him back everything he gave me, tenfold. I will tear apart the mask he wears, strip away his lies, and show the world who he truly is. If that isn't enough, if words and truth cannot cut him, then I will find another way. My hands may tremble now, but I promise, one day they won't. Because love may have killed me once, but revenge will bring me back to life. And Renji Kurohara will wish he had finished the job when he had the chance.